This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
Yes, and my name is Willie Kinyash, and today we want to talk about things happy couples do differently. And if you're out there and you are a happy couple and you're watching us, congratulations and keep enjoying your marriage. And even before we get to hear what our life coach has for us, maybe if you're enjoying your marriage, you can tell us what are some of the things you've been doing differently that are making you to be happy as a couple. The comment section is open. Let's interact and let's hear what are some of the things that you have done differently and they have made you enjoy that marriage. But Life Coach is all set for us.
Yeah, so number one, when we say happy couples, we say people who have a harmonious relationship. The opposite of harmonious is contentious. Many people are always high stress, conflict. So the first thing these people do differently and what makes them have harmony and a peaceful and a rhythmic relationship that is enriching, fulfilling, satisfying, that improves your life, that makes your life happier, that brings joy and value and betterment, makes you a better person, gives you support and lifts you up, makes you perform better in everything. The first thing they do is they don't address every conflict. There's this emphasis of discussing everything that can turn people into too mechanical, or bringing up everything. Sometimes you know the heart of your partner and they do something that hurts you and you know it was unintended, although it makes you feel bad, but you also know they did not intend that. Or it was something they said, came out badly, a slip of the tongue, or they were in a bad mood. All brothers must learn this. In particular, because he's the leader in the union, you can't keep whipping every mistake and wanting to be told sorry in everything. Sometimes are not actually a direct mistake. It's a person who withdrew the day they were just low, kind of moody.
Oh yeah, you heard it too. This conversation.
There are times when you know today this person is under the weather. And they're just edgy, irritable.
Whatever it is, they need to apologize.
A sharp tongue here and there. a response that is sharp here and there. And then in a day or whatever, the mood passes and the sun is back and we are happy. This is not sweeping things under the carpet. It's when you know your person is sincere and whatever is struggling. Sometimes when men don't keep up bringing every moody thing they saw with their women, it's because they know she has had a tough day back there and she's still struggling to balance things. Men must be empathetic with women because women have something we don't have, a hormonal cycle that we never understand. Sometimes you don't want to keep raising up everything, otherwise, because the second characteristic I'm going to tell you is part of the reason why you don't keep up bringing up everything. And we're not saying you never address conflicts or you look away. No. It's to know that there's a verse that says the patience of a good person restrains them, and it is their glory to overlook an offense. The offenses you overlook because you understand this person's heart and you know where they're coming from, and it's just a moody or a slip of the tongue or something that happened and you never bring it up, you just let it slide. You actually avoid the tension and the awkwardness of having the apologies and sorries and explaining, and you don't want to interrupt the energy for somebody who you know is not malicious. Things that you know they can repeat and they're intentional, you bring them up. That's the time you want to draw boundaries. But there are times you know that your person did not mean anything. They sometimes you may have a perfectionist lady who gets late for preparations. We are leaving at 8 tomorrow, but you she starts preparing ahead of you and you prepare and you finish and she's still preparing.
Yes.
She has one more touch to do and she comes to the door and goes back 5 times.
Yes.
She arrives at the door, develops doubt about the handbag, goes change it. No, the handbag has changed. This shoe looks off.
Yes. They go back.
You know, and you are there containing yourself. If it's something that is habitual and you're trying to work on it, I hope you are somewhere by that point.
Are you saying as a man, I just keep quiet and I watch her do all these things?
Let me tell you, sometimes your woman is not struggling with punctuality, she's struggling with her esteem about something else. How she appears to the world. And even if you quarrel over the punctuality, you know that's not the cause. She's not confident, she has gained some weight recently, maybe she's expectant now, her shapes are changing, she doesn't know how she appears, maybe there's something. When you are aware, I'm talking about when you know what is going on, you develop more patience and you enjoy overlooking offenses. Sometimes it's very awkward when you're driving and you're not talking.
And it happens a lot.
You throw a story and you're alone.
This guy is too cold for
Somebody
you.
rolls down the window and faces the other direction. You're in a happy mood. The other one is in an otherwise mood.
Yes.
And you feel so edgy. You feel, When you mature as a man, you learn to maintain your calm. And you know that she will go and come back. You too sometimes have moods. Men, our moods concern money. The stressors of work.
True.
The pressure and deadlines. And when we have to deal with situations, we get carried away.
Yeah.
Before I realized it, she says, yesterday you were very down. What was stressing you? What some bill were due, I was trying to calculate. So I was mood. You were very funny. I was actually talking a lot. You also realize you have moods.
Yeah.
At time when you are edgy and you are overreacting. You say, no, you are not yourself. We get carried away. And men is about our responsibilities. And many times you don't realize it. What if she was to complain at that time with bitterness? Look at you now. You're not even talking to me. What does this mean? Is it that am I the cause? Apologize.
But that tells me that we need to be connected, because sometimes if you're not connected, you might not be able to see what this person is going through.
Yes. When you are friends, you're in a rhythmic fashion. She can tell when I am down, I'm under the weather, and she can wait out. It's uncomfortable for her, but she knows, it's not malicious. It feels very bad, but it's not malicious.
But again, what happens in an instance where, as a man, maybe I'm able to understand this woman, but when it comes to my turn, she will not understand.
It is that failure to understand you that should raise now. It's a problem saying sometimes. Another thing you need to understand is when a person has a particular weakness. I was very forgetful. Still am. Many things I can forget easily. They might have a very funny weakness of they always leave lights on. You know, funny weaknesses.
Yeah.
If it's them who left the house last, you will come and find
the lights.
No, you're cleaning the token somewhere.
Some will even leave taps running.
And it's not intentional. You know they are working on it. You will mention it casually. Oh, mine truly. Ours truly still left. Oh no, and you laugh it off.
Yes.
You know they're working on it. So some of the things you don't keep bringing up, it's their area of struggle yet. It's something when I had only one style of driving. By the time I got married, and by the time that was the only way I could drive. But it was aggressive. It is logistics. It's not comfortable. Now, if I was rigid and I don't want to learn, so this is not the way she would like to move. But I also came to realize the vehicle you are handling invites you to drive a certain way.
Yeah.
Because the way it is shaped.
Yes.
So some are shaped comfort, and they are more for gentleness.
Yeah.
So I came to study and realize, so if she was complaining bitterly instead of just expressing in a calm way, knowing this man has a weakness there. My personality is generally on the move. I move very fast even when I'm walking. Nowadays I talk slowly. If you think I'm talking fast now, you should congratulate me for being the best improved.
Really?
One guy said, if you think I'm black, you should see my uncle. It's a generational problem. Runs in our blood. So when I see people saying I talk fast, I say, my friend, you should have seen me.
So yes,
when I was rapping. Okay, I'm still working on it, but there's a length beyond which, you know.
Wow.
What if she was very impatient with the manner in which I talk? And because I keep relapsing when I'm talking conversations that are charged, I may lose. But and no, you're not communicating. You know, it should be gesticulated. Those are things you keep working on. I'm still in some exercises where we are taught mouth gesticulations, how to pronounce and just to modulate and add. Speaking is a behavior.
Yes.
How to modify the behavior, make it more impactful, because that's what makes a job, and all that, how you put depth here, inflection there. It may take me years to perfect it. What if she was annoyed every time? How much tension in that relationship?
A lot.
You need to overlook offenses when you know they are working on it, and you don't get annoyed every time. It's irritating, but you know they have a time to work on it. There's a funny weakness. I told you the other day that there's some things when you see them, that person is not mature for marriage. Some of them are things like overeating. And then you have stomach upsets. Can you imagine every time we go out and you're excited about the hotel food? You eat, and for the next 3 days we are medicating embarrassing things that we can't explain to the world. That my husband is having a running stomach because over the weekend we went to an event and too much meat.
Yes.
You know, that way. And I told you sometimes you overeat because of scarcity. We came from a place where it was not enough. You had to store inside.
So
you
you
were
also
actually storing.
So you also need to understand us.
It was a store.
Yes.
We were storing so that in case we don't get anything tomorrow,
I'm okay.
you must make the best of the opportunity when it crosses.
Yes.
That was the philosophy. Scarcity. Instead of seeing them as gluttony, seeing all this greed, just know these are acquired habits because of an environmental pressure. There was not, and especially if you did not suffer lack yourself. You came from parents' homes where that side was managed.
Yeah.
There was food in the hot pot every time.
Yeah.
There was some fruits every time. This
Fruits.
guy is clearing everything in sight, like a termite. So by the time you re-educate, those habits, you may not read them before marriage. You need to live together to see some habits. Huh?
Yeah.
A person, tropicals, sweets. We put sweets on the... Why are you trying to finish the sweets?
Yes.
What have they done to you? Sweets can make you full. They are not meant for a meal. They're just freshener. You know, the first time we were coming to Nairobi, we were taking yogurt at night and it's cold and it's in the fridge. Because you're not used to coexisting with the food. You go to sleep, you remember there's yogurt. You sneak back. You sneak and go. Yes. People hear you in the kitchen and the things are... They wonder what happened. Is that cat in the kitchen? Is there a thief? You remember there's food.
Yes.
You are not used.
You can't sleep.
To there being food.
Yeah.
You visit from up country, you notice that that family is making a sizable size of pasta ugali, but you're wondering, is there another food you guys are going to cook? This looks like one person serving. These people have adjusted to abundance. This is more than enough for them.
Yeah.
And you are already hungry. You know, I visited a certain camp, and before we were served the food, I was already hungry because the amount. The amount they're placing for each table, 5 of us, looks like it should be for one person. Why did they bring us here to starve? And we are already planning how we should get a supplement with the 1 loaf of bread each of us, just for the sake of surviving this situation. So we are there across the fence, sending the watchman, bring 5 loaves. And the coordinator is wondering, but we have breakfast. 1 egg, 1 piece of slice with bluebird.
And 1 smoky.
Now that is breakfast. You know, we are used to a heap.
Ugali.
So, but boys were sneaking to add loaves of bread.
Yeah.
And when you find them now taking what they are calling breakfast, when you find out they're devouring, this is a disorder. It's a habit of scarcity. You know, in school they would fight over meat. Meat is not enough. So you are fighting each other into the sufuria. You are throwing each other. When you arrive at the cook, you are staring at him squarely and remind him last time what he did. And he should redeem. He should redeem himself by doing a better job this time around. And he has served you and he's giving you and you don't want to take. And you're looking at him and you know, and he has given you and you are tilting, showing him how empty. To get retrained, our grandma would come and is asking you to give him a piece. She has visited home, you have been given food, and she's asking you to share a piece with her. But for you, this is not even enough. All of it. So I refused. But then she took all of it. My mother was there. My mother did not defend me. I've never forgotten. To this day, my grandma took all my food and ate it to teach me a lesson. And I was hungry. My mother did not defend me. We needed to be retrained from the stinginess of scarcity. The stinginess of remembering, of learning how to share. What if it's a habit like that is embarrassing, but you know where they're coming from? You know what they're dealing with. If they are teachable and they're learning and they're growing, you may take a while. Some people talk until there is saliva gathering here. Will you keep reminding? Would you?
Take handkerchief.
You know, it's embarrassing. But there must be a gentle way of going about it. Gentle way of going about it. Let me tell you the truth. Happy couples know when to overlook offense, when not to get angry, how to deal with their own frustrations, how to deal with their own anger. When you are new to each other, you may bring up everything. And so there is tension. The second characteristic of happy couples, they have a very high positive to negative interactions ratio. They have only about 1 negative interaction to 5 positive ones. This does not mean they're suppressing issues or ignoring them, but they have good times, happy times, good memories before they have one case to solve. Unhappy couples are solving something every day. No harmony, no understanding, no empathy. It is friction, 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 friction. Happy couples aim at having a fairly smooth run. A good driver may hit bump badly occasionally, but if they're hitting all the bumps badly, there's a problem. So good couples are not hitting bumps all the time. They cross the bumps well. You adapt. They grow. And one way to make sure they have positive interactions is to anticipate things and avoid them. Listen to this. You can't insist on being yourself once you're married. I must be true to myself. And then you're waking up and you're producing weird sound in the morning when you wake up.
And this dude is sleeping.
And you are, you know, the people sneeze the way their grandma used to sneeze. They borrowed it, you know, the way you mimic older people when you're young, and then karma finds you. Well, you know, our dad would whistle, and then we are mimicking him in hiding. When he's out there in his field, he did not have sharp hearing, so you could play around and he won't notice. So the songs he likes to whistle, you join all of you to whistle. And you're enjoying that you're playing around and he's not aware of it. Now, you end up learning the habit yourself. Even when he's not there, you find yourself whistling.
Yes.
So here you are married. You came here whistling. When I started working for some guys, they had me whistling. They were shocked. Why are you whistling? I'm singing. To them, it's anathema. Some people are shouting their name your name when they're in the other room, and they are trying to tell you stories. So she's in the kitchen, you're in the city. So as I was imagining, you're supposed to follow the story. You're trying to snooze out, rest, and she's throwing you stories from bedroom. You know, you may insist on being yourself, but That produces high tension because areas of conflict are the same. You may be a very messy guy who does not know that after you use the bathroom to clean yourself, you should also clean the bathroom and arrange things before you leave.
Yeah.
If you leave everything scattered, it's very annoying
Yeah.
to the person you're married to. They teach you today, tomorrow, because you're in a hurry to go to that deal. Because boys were waiting for you, you forgot.
Yeah.
So you left when it was like that.
Yes.
They can't find the disorder. You know, they can keep quarreling every day, or they can learn how to mention it softly. You today, you are in such a hurry. I see how you left it. They send a photo. Tomorrow, if you do that, you will not eat. They pass the message without stress.
Yeah.
One way to reduce conflict is to find other ways to remind the person what they should be growing in a less tense way. When you mature, when you are not committed to peace, you throw everything to their face. You did this again. I can't do this. You found me on a journey of growth, and you're going to get me growing. If you've seen when you're teaching your wife how to drive, the discomfort there's so much conflict of interest. It were better when it is a teacher of driving school, because there's no conflict of interest.
Yeah.
You are getting irritated with a student who elsewhere is one in charge of your life in other capacity.
Yeah.
And if you overdo here, she might extend it there. And if you spoil moods here, it might spread to your house. You're frustrated how she's not understanding this point, how she's repeating the same mistake, and you're supposed to... That tension of containing yourself, not getting annoyed, not saying everything you're feeling, being patient, for me, that is one of the most benefits of marriage. I was not going to learn that kind of thing in any other setting. Where you jump, somebody tells you, can we meet? And you are in your inner way, you're just resting there. I tell you, 10 minutes, I'll be there. And the trouser, and the shirt, and you are there. Now, to prepare for that kind of outing with another person takes more time and notice. And you still can't jump out and go without reporting what is happening, where you are going. You know, when you are living with your boys and bachelors, where is so and so? They left. This one has come. The other one left. There was no connection. We are just roommates. Now you can't operate that way.
Yeah.
You must keep communicating where you're going. On the times that you forget when they are training you, what if they were getting angry every time? They reduce how much they combat to reduce conflict, that they increase positive experiences. Remember, this is not condoning. This is learning how to communicate what you wanted without unleashing every feeling that came with it. If you insist on being true, pouring out, I must vent, I must pour out, that space will be full of tension, and the amount of negative interactions, painful interactions, tense interactions will be so high that there is no peace. Sometimes peace is cumulative. It's not whether you want peace or I don't want peace. We may want peace, both of us. But because of the way we are, if you are not giving way on the road, if you insisted on being right on the road, would you be alive today?
No.
I have the right of way.
Yes.
The crazy driver is still driving a metro that can kill you. That crazy driver is on the wrong, can kill you.
Yeah.
I hope you know that the highest casualties of road accidents are usually not driving anything. These are pedestrians who are just minding their business.
Imagine.
You can't insist on your right of way.
Yes.
When the crazy guy can kill you. You navigate. Relationships, you behave that way. Sometimes they are in a crazy mood. They are besides themselves. You can't insist. I came here first. No, I'm the one who did the other time. No. Even many times these men who say they can't cook, I don't understand what life they live. Sometimes a woman comes home too tired, understandably tired. The most caring thing you can do there is to prepare a simple meal for the family, and you get it done. And you help them relieve. You know, some fatigue feels like sickness. When you are really tired, you feel like you're sick.
Yeah.
You just want to fall somewhere and recover. You're trying to recover and feel better. The principle is they have high ratio of positive to negative. They only have like 1 to 5 negative. Research was done. That's research. The couples who reported being very fulfilling relationships, they said a week can go without us solving anything. Differences appear by the way we communicate them are not tension. Say, you forgot this again, in a joking way. Yeah, I saw, thank you so much. And now next time they'll try. Next time they'll try. And if I said something, you did not pick it well, you got it wrong, instead of me giving all my anger expression, I can just relax and say, I noticed that one you did not pick it well. This one you forgot. The thing to say is they are conscious to minimize conflict. They are not overlooking issues, but they are avoiding the conflict that is avoidable. The last thing happy couples do together is they become each other's teacher and each other's student. This is difficult when you're not mature. In some respects, you are the teacher. In other respects,
you're the student.
There is no other relationship that requires that. That's the strange thing with marriage. In many other associations, you know who is the expert there. And the expert there, as they say, in marriage, elsewhere, you become a teacher here, a student there. Yeah. The one teaching here, the one learning there. Other times, we are more of colleagues trying to find a way out, like classmates on the same level, trying to crack a mathematics problem. And we're making mistakes together, laughing at each other, laughing at us, make joke of it. We experiment, we suffer some loss, we learn, we analyze, we repeat a mistake. People can repeat mistakes even when they're together. When you get married, you know that. You get to learn that. We blundered last time and we said we are not repeating this. Why did we repeat here? Even when you are two of you, sometimes your feelings can get, another person comes and cons you again. The first time that sly person conned you by pleading to be stranded. And you thought, you can give them this amount. Later on, you realize it was a ploy to con you.
Yeah.
Next time, another one comes, the same tactic. And you guys fall for it again. Why are we not learning? You laugh at each other. You learn. There are times we are teacher, I'm student, you are teacher, I'm student, you are teacher. Other times you are colleagues. That dance is very delicate. It requires humility. Requires you to listen. When you swallow this idea that you are the leader or the one who is ahead or in front, you may become unteachable and not listening. That relationship will be so full of conflict because it is depending on the judgment of one person. Decisions are not being evaluated. You make more mistakes because you're using only two eyes when you have another pair of eyes, a pair of brain. Another brain you can use to think and evaluate issues. Personally, I was agreeing with the research. They were saying that these couples have so much gelled in their ego not to feel threatened with correction and adjustment, that they can invite input. Actually, they learned that anytime they made decisions separately, those decisions were more prone to be inaccurate, costly mistakes, to be taken advantage of for outsiders to exploit. But whenever they think together, they see loopholes. They foresee problems. They utilize one person's intuition. Utilize one person's observing, thinking together. So the other thing happy couples do together is they interchange between teacher and student. They teach and learn from each other simultaneously in an alternating way. There's no ego or positional insecurity. They don't become defensive. When a person knows better, they can say, I think that one I'm sure. When the other one doesn't know better, say, you know better here. What do you think here? Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much. And we are here to say that it is possible to live a happy life in that marriage. The only thing you need to do is to understand each other. And remember, communication is the backbone of any relationship. And as you have that communication, you need to have these two qualities, that you can be able to listen, and you are also free and open to your partner. Remember, you must create a safe environment for this person to be free and open to you. And that marks to the end of our show this beautiful day. My name is Willie Kinyash.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.